What is the state of the cleanup? Well, we have cleaned up quite a bit. We have closed down 7 banks, ring-fenced them, taking them out of the system so that their challenges did not spread across. And what I said in the last few minutes was that we continue the recovery process out of all of that pain. We have set up a new bank, thanks to the Ministry of Finance, the Consolidated Bank Ghana, which is taking over deposits of the 5 banks recently closed. As you know, Ghana Commercial Bank had taken over deposits of the 2 banks that were closed last year. And depositors continue to have access to their funds through these 2 banks. So that's very positive. What's left is really that we get the receivers, as they've started doing, to recover whatever monies had been taken out by borrowers, by shareholders, by directors, by anybody else who has money belonging to these 7 banks, who needs to return them. Because that's how we get back what we have put into the cleanup effort. So that's ongoing. Dossiers have been prepared and handed over to IOCO and other state agencies that would then reach a decision to prosecute those who are found complicit in these failures. Civil action is being taken by the receivers. A number of administrative actions are being taken by the Bank of Ghana also to go after wrongdoers. So that's all a necessary part of the cleanup. There are other parts of the financial system that we regulate in addition to banks, and these are the savings and loans, finance houses, microfinance institutions, rural and community banks, which are under very strong scrutiny from us at this point. And we have already said that a few of them, some of them would have to be closed. And we have all seen instances of some of them not being able to pay out the depositors. That's not a situation anybody wants to live with for too long. It takes time to plan out actions against institutions like that. And so that process is ongoing. And in the meanwhile, we continue to assure all depositors and the public at large that deposits are safe. We're doing everything we can to ensure that we take out distressed institutions that have not been able to recover out of the system, and to make sure that depositors are made whole and that the rest of the financial system continues to grow stronger than ever before.
The states and whether this cleanup is completed or is work in progress. Now, in cleanup, do we still have more cleanup to do, or all these banks are safe and sound?
We're talking about banks? You mean the remaining banks?
Yeah.
The remaining banks, as we keep saying, the industry as a whole is stronger than ever. We're seeing profits going up. We're seeing total assets go up. We're seeing more lending. We're seeing NPLs drop. So the industry as a whole is much stronger than ever. The capital adequacy ratio, which is the measure of solvency of banks, for example, has gone up to an average of 19% compared to the minimum required of 10%. So we're seeing a lot of good things, also as a result of the measures we've taken to clean up. So the industry is stronger than ever. There are a few that we continue to monitor. Those who are trying to merge before December, for example, we're following them closely to make sure that the plans to merge are on course and that they don't pull a surprise at the last minute. So we continue to monitor every bank, as every regulator should do. And that's a continuing journey. But I can safely say that the industry as a whole is strong. And between now and the rest of the year, we're continuing to make sure that everybody meets the new minimum capital of 400 million as a minimum, as Mr. Ndani said. That's not the ultimate goal. It's a minimum. And then those who cannot do it by themselves join forces with others so that by the end of the year, they're in a better shape.